Answer the roll call. Eric Britton, present. Leroy Blake, present. Mary Jones, here. Deb Lehman, present. Stephen Long, present. Mike White. Bob Wright, here. Stand for allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. The addition or corrections to the January minutes. I have a motion to approve. The motion to approve the minutes. And moved and seconded to approve the January minutes. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Public comments? Chief's report.
Good evening, everybody. It's good to see everybody here in person. First, tonight, although he's got about a month left, I wanted to recognize Battalion Chief Mark Hankins, who's in the room with us here. Mark, his final month will be retiring mid-March. Well, too, so I wasn't going to drag him to the next position. I know it's not his shift to work, but we do have something scheduled for Mark to appreciate his time here at St. John's. But I wanted to make you aware that Mark has about a month left for his retirement until he retires, and Mark has been a C shift for a long time, and the leader on C shift, and Mark's got a great command presence and well respected by his crews. He'll be an asset. Time is sometime.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I have a couple things. I put a copy of each for you, our annual report. Haven't done before, but gives just kind of a glimpse, gives the public a glimpse into kind of what our 2022 consisted of, and what we kind of work on as well too. So I hope to kind of page through that if you not already looked at the digital version of that, but something I think that we're proud of. I'm proud of my staff for helping put it all together, and something that's just a reflection of St. John's Fire District, where we are and where we're going as well too. So, in the month of January, we did have a couple different structure fires, one on Wamala, a couple on Johns Island as well too. After those incidents, we did several smoke alarm blitzes in those neighborhoods. So we went back to where those fires were and did some smoke alarm blitzes, and were able to put up over 50 smoke alarms just in the general vicinity of where those fires were. So great job and lead by our fire marshal division there to get out and get it done. So we have fully submitted our FEMA reimbursement for Ian. A huge chunk. That's we've jumped through all the FEMA hoops, and we come here several times, and we're done with that. So it's good to be done with that. So so I mentioned before in the last couple meetings about this kind of the Assistance to Firefighters grant that's been kind of hanging out there. So we applied for one last year, February of last year, that we never got a letter saying we didn't get it. And we never got a letter saying we did get it. In the portal that you know to apply for, it still says that we are that we're pending. The problem is that the next cycle has already opened up and closed already. But we went ahead and reapplied for the SCBA grant again. In this, which will be the next round as well too. As of February 1st, they were still handing out because ARPA funds were also put in the last year's, so that as of February 1st, they were still awarding from last year. So it's difficult for fire departments around the country. There were several discussion board things all over the place about what do we do here, because people had pending awards. And long story short, we applied again for the SCBA grant. Of course, the cost of those SCBAs have went up a little bit in the last year. So we will work that into next fiscal year's budget as well too. We did take those funds that we set aside as the grant match, which was a little over $100,000. We did take that money because it's because we wouldn't get the SCBAs anyway by the end of the fiscal year. We went ahead and made a purchase of some new Homantro extrication equipment. So we upgraded kind of our equipment as well on some new vehicle extrication equipment. It's a lot of what we do here, so we've got that equipment on order and coming as well. So we're hopeful we may still get last year's, maybe next year's. Either way, we'll be ready for that when the time comes. Right now we are in the midst, hopefully finishing up soon, our budget process. As you know, we were alerted we had to have our budget in to Charleston County quite a bit earlier than normal. I believe it was March 15th. They wanted to have it all completed on this. So not to steal Deborah's thunder, before the next meeting, we'll have that complete proposal ready for you on our budget. Lots of different things we're working on as well too. We're working on the firefighter SCUT program as well. So we put out for them to get the classes in so they can get to the next step. So all of those different things, I think it's safe to say we're seeing increases across the board. Our insurance, we're seeing increases, IT increases, just supplies, everything is inflation going. So we will have that prepared for you at the next meeting. It is due 2 days later. We understand it's a short turnaround, but we do have a plan basically that next day after next month's commission meeting that we will, if there are significant changes, that's what we'll be working on. So, but I think we have a pretty solid base that we're working on. So, not to steal also Larry's thunder too, we did host firefighter hiring at the end of last week. We had lots of great candidates. We've got 3 experienced that we're going to extend offers to have them start right away. And then we also have a really good crop of recruits as well too that we're going to extend offers for. We've got crew class in North Charleston that will be a part of. We'll have 4 people in that. And then also we are maybe go back to the State Fire Academy as well too to see about their class. So we've from that group, I think we're going to fill quite a few of our vacancies. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the session. Engine 704, which will be at Station 4 in Kiowa. We are going to take delivery of it at the end of the week, but we are still waiting on some equipment, and that's got about a 10-week lead time on some of the equipment. So we'll have it in our possession, but we won't be putting it in service properly equipped with all the equipment that we ordered as well. And then just things to talk about executive session. We've got an RFP for audit services, RFP for construction services manager for the fire station, and this. We did one other thing too. We did hire a mechanic, that lead mechanic position. Currently, he's working for us part time. We're hoping that person comes on full time soon. The returns have been really good so far. It's been impressive on what he's been able to do with some of our apparatus already, and we hope that that's helpful in the future. So I think the other things I have stats. Got that as part of your packet there. January, February, we usually see quite a reduction from the summer, but still a fairly busy month. 278 total responses, 174 Johns Island, 39 Kiowa, 32 on Baltimore as well too. And there's also the unit responses by unit there as well too. Anybody has any questions on that? If not, I'll turn it to Larry.
Chief, sure. It was the fire that was on the news.
Yes.
Is that city of Charleston?
No, fire last, but not last week. Saturday night, well, released something it was it was city. Yes. Again, it's that was not far from Station 1, and our battalion chief and our engine were first on scene.
Okay, great. Yeah. Good evening. The chief pretty much summed it up. I just have to add that we still currently have 4 people out on work comp. And next week we also have another recruiting event at the football. So that's their law enforcement and first responder industry fact. So So that was there, probably, coming up to this time.
Yes, ma'am, I have one question. The candidates that we looked at before, are
Yeah.
they local?
Yes, so we have all of the candidates for the approved and the certified, all of them. We have one, I think, that is not, but the majority out of that 11, 10 of them are local. And all very good, all of them tested well. It was a struggle to pick the top 4 that were going to approve. Sometimes I think on the pipeline, if you get to some more slots in the next fire academies and golden. And we still have candidates applying, right?
Yeah, and one of the experienced firefighters, actually a former employee that left for only a few months, was only gone a few months, stuff like that happened, so.
Where's what you need? Any particular reason why you're getting waves people find?
Well, this round, we've had a lot of referrals from internal employees.
Super.
I would say 70% run the interview, and then application progress, process, excuse me, mentioned employees that were already here.
You know, in business, when that happens, you give the monetary reward to people.
Yeah, well, referral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do.
That's something good to add to our list for each other. If anybody has any other questions on the report? Any questions?
Financial report.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, great.
We wrapped up the end of January with a budget goal of 41%, but we're actually at 45.94. So major turnaround from where we started. Operating balance at the end of January record 10.6 million. That cash is up. LGIP still trending around $11.8 thousand. At some point, we might want to discuss if we want to transition that cash flow, because the LGIP doesn't do anything for us with budget, it's just cash flow. So might want to talk about transitioning that into our general fund, but we'll talk about that another time. The January collections included 25.5 thousand for sale of assets and miscellaneous donations and reimbursement. The wire transfer from Charleston County was received, and that was 5.5 million for December collections. So I'm expecting another big one in a week or so. For expenses, non-standard overtime for January was roughly 34,000. I was shocked that that was that low. I'll keep looking at it because we did increase the firefighter and engineer hourly rates. So that wasn't bad at all for January. And then we updated the budgets during mid-year review for equipment and facilities. And so those line items are more in alignment with where we should be. Capital projects, 2021 balance, 384,000, and 2022 balance is 4.4. I'm sure that will mention we're anticipating to close in 2023. And what was the jump to the closing is February 21st. All right, and then for the monthly dashboard, the monthly property tax collections for December increased by $513,000 from last December. So we have roughly $8.4 million in property tax collection. The year-to-date operating expenditures as of the end of January is 9.6 million. That includes outstanding encumbrances. The year-to-date non-standard is 357,000. Year-to-date salaries, including regular and standard overtime, is 3.9 million. And the year-to-date vacation sick pay is $348,000. Our staff efficiency is actually 86%. No increase to COVID related personnel expenses. Answer any questions for you? Thank you.
Good morning.
Yes.
It's great to be trying to get on cash investments.
No, the interest rate, we did about $30 a month. Yes, I look on this report. I book it separately from our regular interest. But yeah, it's about $30 a month.
It's not very much to get.
Now, year to date, we have $224 in interest, and for the month of January, it's $45. So we could probably get more transferring it. Again, it does nothing for us budget wise, but if we wanted to spend on something extra, we still have to stay in the budget. It's just cash flow. I know other governments that have bigger balances in the local government, account, and it does more for them, like, you know. This is one of the things.
Nothing to report other than whatever we talk about.
Business. New business. Any reports? Building committee, Station 6, as I reported last month, we did complete the contractor did complete rebuilding of the elevated patio and the sinking floor of the sprinkler riser room. But in so doing, discovered some other issues. So those involve the sewer drain, storm sewer drains coming off the roof downspouts. In fact, they were backing up, and that's what caused the sinking of the sprinkler riser in the first place. So in the past week or two, the contractor has sent a camera down each of the downspouts around the building, 3 of the downspouts, I should say. 3 of the downspouts along the Ocean Course Drive. And the first camera discovered that one of the lines was collapsed. Second camera discovered the wrong size pipe. It was a 6-inch pipe and it should have been 10 or 12-inch. And third camera discovered that the pipe wasn't even attached. So Choke is going to, within a couple of weeks, start to open that up and fix it. And see what happens from there. But we may have to, as you recall, remind we had two estimates, quotes, and the first quote covers this portion right here. The second quote would cover the additional portion if they discover something else. So, Keel River, the fire station there, we did receive bids, as Chief mentioned, for construction manager. We sent out notifications to 5 bidders and received 2 back. And we'll discuss those dollar amounts and who we prefer to, we would like to award the contract to in executive session. But those 2 bids that we did receive are right up here. If anybody wants to look at those. On the maintenance building, there are bids out now for independent inspection services that are contracted for directly with St. John's Fire rather than the contractor. That's standard procedure for this kind of work. And right now, the contractor has conditional approval of permits from the county Finally. Since he has that approval, now he's able or allowed to ask for permit approval from DA. So that's pending, and that is expected to take about 5 weeks. Unbelievable amounts of time for these permits. Construction schedule will be forthcoming from the contractor. He's now expecting to mobilize hopefully by the end of March. The switchgear and the generator has been ordered and by first week of October. And our next building committee meeting will be 7th. Okay, human resources? Or, I'm sorry, finance.
Okay, so we met on January 25th, and first we went over the new year review, and we were in really good shape. As Ramona had mentioned, she moved things around a little bit to cover what we're anticipating. But nothing unusual, and we're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do that. We briefly also talked about the 2024 budget, just to give some input around it's being worked on, and on March 13th is our next commission meeting, but what we'd like to do is meet at 4:30 to go over the 2024 budget. If we have any comments or any requests for updates, Ryan said we can make those changes and we can do it on Tuesday before submit on Wednesday, but I'm making an assumption that we are going to have to approve that draft with any updates that we recommend on that Monday commission. And we submit on Wednesday. As Ramona noted, the bond issue is going to be.
Questions? Human resources?
We have a meeting, I know was sent today. We're scheduling the second week of March.
Strategic planning.
No report, we don't have a meeting, we have to schedule one, but. That's some other things.
Public firefighter comments? Commissioner comments. Start on my left this time. Bob?
I have no comments at this point.
Mary?
It's just good to see everyone once again. Stay safe.
You're on.
Yes, sir. On February 21st at 4:30 p.m., the City of Charleston having their design review for the fire station that they're planning on building out here at Charles out. And it will be in town, but it will also be first.
I've got a Zoom meeting.
Yes, sir.
And that's February 21st.
4:30. That's all I have, sir.
I'd like to congratulate Terry Chief. So it's fireman, please enjoy it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mark. Well deserved. Gotta look around and see a lot of you guys recognize ones that have been here for a long time. And the others, but enjoy retirement. I know you'll end up going back to work. Are you married? You'll go back.
Is it open?
Every third day she gets water and she wants to watch.
I've seen this camp.
Congratulations, Mark. Speaking of experience, retirement is highly recommended. Okay, can I get a motion motion to go into executive session to discuss contracts and personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good. Yeah, I just jumped right out while I did. I did say it. We did. Okay.